I don't think we can take on a grizzly bear at the moment, so we should get Anan inside as quickly as possible. However, we have one problem. We don't have a door to go inside. Okay, we're back again and we're in the Boreal forest. Doc made a freezer, Doc got a friend, and we even got some familiar visitors. This is Cambiar. I already learned in the suggestions it would be quite ironic if we would eat Cambiar. Because of my respect for Cambiar, we're definitely not going to do that. We're just going to leave him here. He doesn't have anything to trade, so that's a bit of a, yeah, that's a bit sorry. I did get a tip about making simple meals, and this is definitely something that we should have done maybe sooner. This will make sure we use our meat more efficient, we use our rice more efficient. So once again, great tip. Thank you for that, Foxomaniac. I will also look into the idea with the vent. You suggested I could use the vent to heat our base, and I will definitely look into that, but I am going to make some changes in the base. So we're going to look at how to implement it somewhat later on. While watching my last video, I've thought of a plan for the base. I'm going to extend some rooms, I'm going to move the bedrooms, and I will make space for prisoners. This is going to be, I think at first, one hospital and one prison room. And later on, we're going to make it a little bit smaller and make prison rooms so we can use the prisoners for slavery. So good thing we didn't eat cambiar. It left us some uranium. This is quite a valuable item. We need it later on to make a spaceship, if it ever comes to that. And I haven't seen it on a map yet, so it's definitely useful. I moved over the stockpile zone a bit. This way we can build our base without having all the stuff in the way. And we're going to haul that at first. We're also going to remove these walls from the inside, and this will be one big room where we can do some research, where we can store more stuff so we can increase the stockpile inside. So we're needing a lot of granite blocks. I will put down the blueprint, and then Doc can start making the blocks later on in the episode. At the moment we also need some steel to make our electric stove. This way we can prepare our meals. So Doc and Anan, while mining, can get to know each other a little bit and see what they like and what they don't like, and hopefully become friends. I've seen comments from Mataru and from Foxomaniac in several videos, and I really like the interaction. And I would ask you, could you think of a name for our second colonist? Of course, if someone else has a suggestion, that's always welcome. Over here, we'll prioritize the stove at first. This way, Doc can start with the simple meals. I do have a mod for this. This is because I don't want to force Anan or whichever colonists will join us to eat human meat. That's why I set up the restrictions food-wise, and one of the mods is the cannibal meal mod. And this mod basically distinguishes the cannibal meals from the normal meals. So we're going to set up two builds. We're going to set up the cook simple meal, and we're going to set up the cook cannibal meal. We do this until we have 3, but then we also have a pause when satisfied option, and we'll put that on 1. So as soon as 2 meals are consumed and there's only 1 left, then we'll start making new meals. I always do this because otherwise, especially later on when you have bigger stacks of meals, the cook will make a new meal every time 1 is missing. And yeah, that's a lot of movement back and forth. Not really efficient. Doc, in the meanwhile, eats her last piece of human meat. It's probably her last raw human meat as well, because after this we're going to cook it. And we also see Anan here trying to tame Narda. Let's show her a little bit of civilization. We're going to offer her some rice. However, she's not interested just yet. And we see we also have a really small success rate. It's like 15%. So you'd say 1 in 6 times it should be successful, but yeah, it's not always working like that, obviously. So it could take some time to get Narda to our side. I hope she will get there eventually, and it should be before winter, because yeah, we don't want her to freeze. She is naked, and she is gonna die outside if she is not gonna join us. or maybe even leaves. Might be an option, by the way, that we try and arrest her. This way she can't leave the map, and yeah, we're guaranteed she stays near us. However, she won't like it, and I think the success rate will go down even further. So at the moment, the ladies are chatting up again and doing some mining in between. We're gonna let Doug carry the steel back, and then Anand can do some more mining. Like I mentioned earlier, the walk back and forth from the mining site is quite a long one, and we do want her to take as much as possible. So we should definitely mine out a little bit more. We're going to expand this zone a bit. There's no room for extra steel, and I think we need to chop up some blocks quite quickly. This to obviously make our base a little bit bigger. In my opinion, Doc shouldn't be investing all her time into hauling stuff, so we're going to lower the priority of hauling and the research, and we actually need her to go construct and craft stuff. So at first some construction, use the bricks we already have, and after that she can chop up some chunks. I told you guys before I like stuff to be organized a bit, so I'm gonna make a shelf over here. And in this shelf, we're gonna store the simple meals, both the normal simple meal and the cannibal simple meals. I'm looking for a mod that can fix it, and I think I found one that can, or that lets you make shelves that are 1 by 1 instead of 2 by 1. Because at the moment it's not a problem, but if we are gonna make more than 10 simple meals, we could have the problem that both are gonna be in the same shelf, and I want them to have 1 stack of simple meals and 1 stack of cannibal simple meals. So I'm gonna install that mod later on. For now, this is gonna suffice, and yeah, we're not making that much anyway, so it'll fit. In the meanwhile, both ladies are asleep again. We're gonna address to the zones, gonna make them a little bit bigger so everything is in the correct zone. So we're checking the home zone, the roof zone, and also the not my home zone. We don't want any animals near our place, and this, especially not near our food situation. So we're gonna set the priorities a little bit different again. I always try and set them as low as possible, so if anything is needed, I can put it on 1. As you can see, I have a couple of 2, and the rest is 3. Cooking should be 2 as well. And researching, like always, is a fallback option. In the meanwhile, we can do another attempt in taming Narda. We'll give her some rice. She even drops the wolf for that, but somehow she still doesn't want to join us. So I thought, why not steal her food? Maybe, if she gets hungry, and we're the only ones supplying her with food, she will be more inclined to join us. In the meanwhile, Doc is busy with constructing some walls. We do not have enough granite blocks just yet, and somehow she's not chopping them up. So I decided to check the bill, and over here we can see the ingredient radius is too small. This is because we moved the stockpile and I forgot to adjust it. So my bad. Luckily it was an easy fix. After adjusting the bill, Doc starts with chopping up the chunks immediately. And Anan is joining us again, and she delivers the wolf to our freezer. So we're going to expand our stockpile/research room a little bit. So we're going to place a wall here and enter it through the hallway. So we put a door over there as well. And then we can continue with the other rooms. And I guess stuff is going too well because Randy decides to give us a psychic drone. It's just a low drone, so it's a -12 debuff. But still, we need to keep an eye on the mood of the ladies and hope it's going to go well. Anan is idle, so I thought she could do some research. She's not the fastest researcher, but anything she can do is, of course, welcome. We'll start researching the psychite refining, so we can make other drugs next to the smokeleaf joints, and this will hopefully make our colony a little bit more profitable in the long run. In the meanwhile, Doc is chopping up more and more granite blocks, and Anan can haul these and put them into place. This way everything is prepared and Doc can start construction as soon as she's finishing chopping up the blocks. However, this process is going to take a while, so we'll skip to the evening. Over here we can see Anan doing some research and even level up. and after that is already back to sleep. We do get an event though, and this is our war merchant, so we can keep him waiting till the morning. In the meanwhile, I'll place some extra doors and place the last walls so Anand can prepare these as well. And we're gonna send Anand to do some trading. On the one side, she has the ear implant, and this restricts her trading a little bit. On the other side, Doc has social 0, so yeah, I don't know what's the best method, but I think this is the best. We're gonna sell all our extra weapons, and we're gonna sell our clothes. I'll keep the parka. We'll need this in winter. Even though she's a nudist, she has to wear it to survive, so yeah. Like to buy a wolf as well and train it for hauling. And Anand would be excellent in training the wolf, but at the moment we don't have enough silver, so. After the trading, it's time to give it another go at taming Narda. So, let's see how this one goes. We're gonna offer her some rice again. We're gonna tell her about our awesome colony, and we hope she will join us. And as you can see, this time it worked. Oh, I never expected it to be this soon, and I'm really happy we have another colonist. I'm really pleased we got Narda, and we have 3 colonists now, and even though I was unsure about that, she has definitely earned her spot in the colony, and we'll use her to tame other animals as well. I'm hoping she can tame a timber wolf or maybe a fox. I really like those, and they can help us haul stuff, so our colonists can do more useful stuff. At the moment, let's reorganize the priorities a bit. We can see Anand being our handler, and we're gonna use Narda a little bit more for construction. This way, Doc can do some crafting. She can make the stone blocks and the granite blocks, and Narda can place the walls and construct the buildings. This will make our colony a little bit more efficient again, and it should speed up the building process by quite a bit. As you can see here, our bedrooms are almost done, and in the background I also ordered Anand to tame 2 Arctic foxes. It would be awesome to get these at our side, and they can definitely help us a bit. Narda, being civilized now, has a debuff that she ate a corpse, which she did when she was a wild woman, obviously. So yeah, 8 raw food and 8 a corpse are 2 debuffs we should get rid of quite quickly. We already have some simple meals on the shelf, and as long as he starts eating those, then I'll be fine. Doc is hunting some buffalo to improve her shooting skill. However, the buffalo starts on a revenge tour. He's trying to get us, and Doc is a little bit faster. The buffalo got hit a couple of times, so we should use the hit and run tactic, and this will be fine as well. As you can see, Doc is running for her life, but every now and then she can stop, turn her back, and shoot. And we still have our trading caravan nearby, and with their help we can definitely down this buffalo. And we'll have some extra meat in the fridge, plus some extra leather to make some stuff. So thanks for that, traders. You've been of a good help, and let me haul this buffalo back to the storage room. You can see here Narda is doing some construction. It's going quite fast like this, and she's a pretty good builder, so our base should be expanded quite soon. Doc is making some meals, and Anand is probably taming the foxes, I guess. So yeah, all is going well. And as if Randy can hear us, all is going well stopped right now. We were busy with our smokeleaf joints, we were growing plants for it, and now they have a blight occurring. The blight just renders this plot useless. We can't do anything about it. We can cut it down, but yeah, winter's coming, so they'll die eventually, and yeah, this kind of sucks. There goes our first plan of actually making some drugs, and it's probably quite a big profit we're losing here. So yeah, nothing to do about it. Let's keep going. We're still alive, that's the good thing, and we'll plant some stuff later on. So yeah, not a lot happened on that day, and we're skipping to the night shift where Narda is making our walls. Somehow she woke up at night and started, this was a good moment to do it. It's okay, but she'll walk in and out of the room a couple of times, and hereby Doc and Anand will get a disturbed sleep debuff. So yeah, it's a good thing she started with the bedrooms. We definitely need to split the bedrooms a little bit so everyone can have their own bedroom. However, we have 3 colonists and we only prepared for 2 rooms, so I'm going to use the prison room or medical room for one of them. And then we need to find another spot. I thought about moving the freezer, as the freezer has the same size as the bedrooms and is on the same side of the base, like the other bedrooms. And yeah, somehow I like that. And we can always build the freezer somewhat more into the mountain and it'll be better insulated as well. We can also implement the vent that Foxomaniac suggested. But Randy once again makes clear we shouldn't plan too far ahead because at this moment Annan is being hunted for food. It's a grizzly bear. I don't think we can take on a grizzly bear at the moment, so we should get Annan inside as quickly as possible. However, we have one problem, and the problem at this moment is we don't have a door to go inside. We were remodeling and the bedroom is finished and there's no door to leave Annan in. So we need to do some emergency building, and deconstructing this wall is one of those things. We're going to deconstruct the wall, then we're going to install the door, and we hope this is on time to save Annan. Annan, in the meanwhile, is incapable of violence, can't defend herself, and we'll let her run. And because there's a door, she thinks that's the only way to get out, and she runs just past the grizzly bear. Grizzly bear luckily misses the hit, and yeah, this was kind of a tight spot, and the grizzly bear is faster than us, so we can't outrun it forever. I tried to get Annan inside. As you can see, Doc is going outside as well. This makes it dangerous for her, so we'll drive all our colonists and get them inside. And once again, Annan decides she needs to go through the door. I think this is because the doors are already there and the walls are ready for construction. And this was fatal to our colonists. So, planning for a 3rd bedroom, not necessary anymore. Remove the freezer and put it in a different place, not necessary anymore. Extra bed, not necessary anymore. So yeah, it's kind of a sad moment. We wanted to get rid of Annan in the first place, then she decided to show her worth, earned her place in the colony, and now she's gonna end up on the menu. Dog is taking care of the body immediately, and however, it is gonna cost us a little bit of a debuff on Narda, because we butchered human-like. On the other side is going to be a plus thing for Doc because she can eat human meat again, and this time not in raw form but in cooked form. So this will be definitely a treat for her. Besides some rearranging and some construction, nothing much happens, and we'll join our ladies in the late evening. Both of them are sleeping, and I decided to manage their outfits a little bit. At the moment they're allowed to wear just about anything. And I'm going to make a bill for some decent clothing, which will get at least 50 hit points. So they won't wear any ratty or tattered apparel. And we're also going to remove the headgear. I like it when I can see the colonists' faces. And somehow I don't really like the mask Doc is wearing. It does give her a bonus, but yeah, it looks like crap, to be honest, and I don't want it. So Doc is the first one to wake up, and she's chopping up some marble chunks. We can use the marble chunks for flooring. We can use them for walls as well. I think the flooring, it doesn't matter if you use either granite, slate, or marble. But for the walls, it's actually a good building material because it gives you more beauty. We're going to use them for the floors, however. I like the texture, and I like the color of it. It's not too dark, it's nice and light. So yeah, we'll definitely use that. And Narda is putting some stuff in our rooms. This is going to be our hospital bay. We're going to remove the shelf from our stockpile room and we're going to put it in the hospital room so it's nice and close by. And we're also making our first prisoner bed. Besides an eclipse, nothing much happens during that day. And over here we can see we did some rearranging. We put all the tool benches to the other side of the room so we can expand our stockpile. And we also laid down the blueprints for the marble flooring. We're going to make the generator room a little bit bigger. We also need only one wall in between the generator room and our stockpile room, so we can use the vent idea that was suggested earlier. Narda is starting with the flooring, and Doc decides to help her a bit. This way it will go a lot faster. All in all, we had a pretty good week. We still have 2 colonists, however we swapped from Nan to Narda. I think we are going to leave it at this. So if you like, please subscribe and push the thumbs up button, and I'll see you next time.